Hello everybody, it's me again, Kyle McKinney, here with Edwards Kia. Today I am very excited to introduce the new 2019 Kia Forte. This vehicle is a whole package. It's going to be the best-selling car we have all year. Kia's been making some bold moves for 2019s with the redesigns. This is our third generation for the Forte, and I'm telling you guys, it's very exciting what they've done. I'm going to go over all the trim levels. With the new 2019, you're looking at the FE, the LX, the S, and today we have the EX. The EX is fully loaded, but there will be later available this year a 2019 EX Launch Edition. For purposes now though, this is the latest and greatest, and I'm going to give you a good little demonstration on everything it has to offer. I always start up the front of the hood. I want you to know there is a lot of information to go over with this new car, so I'm going to go in a little bit more detail than I normally do because with the third generation, they have changed everything. The value on this car exceeds anything I've ever seen Kia do. And I personally started with driving the 2014 Kia Forte, so to see the differences with the engine, the suspension, everything inside, and the body, you know, the car is just amazing, okay? So when you look at the beginning, you've got a new body style. It's got a little bit of a facelift. It's also offering more shoulder room in the back, more cargo room, and more headroom because of it having that taller stance that they've created. Up front, you've got a nicer grille. It looks a lot more bold. It looks a lot more aggressive. And for a compact car, this thing looks like it's a race car. I mean, it really looks amazing. You also have now these fog lights, nicer wraparound headlights, and your turn signals, LED, they're gonna be a lot more visual, a lot more apparent daytime, nighttime, both in the front and the back of the car. This is one of the more exciting parts of the car. We get inside, we look at all the features, but this engine is the second generation Atkinson. It is a multi-port, 4-cylinder, and it is the 2.0, okay? So this is the second generation they've come out with the 2.0 engine, opposed to the 1.8 liter they had previously. Not only does it put out more horsepower at 147 horsepower, it also has 132 foot-pound of torque. So this exceeds anything they've done in the past, and this year they combined that with one of the coolest transmissions I've ever had the pleasure of driving over here. It is IVT, otherwise known as Intelligent Variable Transmission. Now that also has a smart little adaptive shift logic built into it, which I'm going to go over inside. It's really smooth as butter. Whether you're going slow, fast, or just in town, that shift point is going to be so smooth that it's enabling you now to get almost 40 miles per gallon, which is the best it's ever been. For the 2019 Forte, you're going to have three combinations that you can choose from. With the lower FE model, you're going to have the hubcap with the steel wheel. Then you go up to the S or the LX. Those two are going to have the 16-inch alloys. They look really sharp. They're kind of a combination of what they designed the Kia Stinger wheel with. So you'll see a lot of that Stinger inspiration inside and out. But what I really like is on the EX model, you're going to have these 17-inch alloys. They've got the paint. It's really sparkling. It's really nice, and it's a very good complement to this gravity gray color that we're currently looking at. So when I come over to the passenger side, as usual, I just want to show you what the Kia Forte is being able to accomplish now. The value I can't say enough of. So when we look inside, you guys are really going to be blown away, but they're giving you the small details that even the Optima has on their standard car now, which is the LED turn signals integrated into your mirror. So these are a little bit more refined. And then you have on the EX model, the push button start, as well as the smart key. So just like all the other smart key operations we have, you've got the button on the handle. So when you open up the door, immediately you notice there's some weight to it. When I lifted up the hood to show you the engine, when I open up the doors, you're gonna notice this thing's got a lot more quality. They keep going up and up and up in quality every year. Now we have 54% of the advanced high-strength steel, which is one of the things that Kia has always been good about. They've got the highest quality steel on the market. And with the rigidity that you feel, it really improves a lot of different things from durability to the crash test performance. And overall, when you're driving the car, combining that with the engine, the transmission, and all the different components, this thing's a dream to drive. They've especially kind of thought about, you know, quality inside. The soft touch material was never integrated on the side panels before. Now you have that throughout the whole cabin. So I'm going to show you that inside. The last thing I want you guys to see, this is really cool. 2016, the Optima was able to redesign their seats and elevate them up and down just as a standard feature. Now the Forte has followed suit. So you have the availability to go up and down And for that person that doesn't like to sit too low, it helps people get in and out. There's more versatility. Sticking with the theme that Kia's been dominating on for the last couple of years, 2019, they really have amped up their quality, they've amped up the style, and they've amped up the technology. Now, the front and back of the car, there's some features that will really complement each other and they match. I mentioned earlier they have the turn signals integrated. They've added that on the back so you have more visibility at nighttime when you're doing your lane changing. And if you look at the back tail light, it really looks like somebody was thinking maybe this is a Kia Stinger, but just a smaller version of it. So they've had that wrapped through, and I really like that look. Back of the vehicle, I'm gonna open the trunk as I usually do to show you the demonstration on that. I want you to note, smart key technology, it's always gonna work the same on all the cars. You come to the back of the vehicle, if the whole car's locked up, it's either gonna open up on its own if you have that feature enabled on your settings, or you can just simply come back and they have a button now underneath the camera. Now going in, I mentioned earlier there's more cargo room throughout the car. It's definitely apparent in the trunk. I've done my guesstimate here. From my experience, I'd say you'd be able to fit 4 dead bodies in here. And as usual, you always have the 60-40 split. All right, I wanted to get in to the passenger seat for you just to show you they really have improved the inside for space. For a compact car to have this amount of room, it's really incredible what they've done on the redesign. You definitely see you've got a lot more shoulder room. There's more headroom for the taller passengers. And of course, on these models, you're gonna have your ventilation in the back and your cup holder with your armrest. All right, everyone, we have made it to our final destination right up here in the driver's seat. I have a list. I'm gonna help guide myself through some of the features. Before I mention anything, I want you to know on the 2019 Forte, you have a laundry list of items that are now standard. And these are technological advancements that they made last year that you had to pay for the highest end cars that we have. So what Kia has done with the Forte is they've given you more value. I can't stress enough on what you're going to get on the standard model. So starting with the FE, you're gonna get that 8-inch display, okay? This is inspired again from the Kia Stinger with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration. You're gonna have, here's the list, you have forward collision warning system, you have forward collision avoidance assist, you have driver attention warning and lane departure warning, as well as lane keeping assist. So if you're getting, tired, you're going off course, it's going to have a multiple, quite a few different ways to alert you. If you're falling asleep, if you're going out of your course, off of another lane, it's going to nudge you back in. All those features are standard. You don't have to go to an EX to get them. But with this EX, you also have some extra features such as blind spot detection, and it also offers heated and cooled seats. And I want to note that the heated and cooled seats are 3-stage. They've always been 2-stage, high and low before. Now you've got that high, medium, and low. So it's got more adjustability. You look at all the ergonomics, they're really keeping these common themes throughout all of the 2019s. So with the Stinger starting out having that airplane-inspired vent in the front, they've kept that with the Forte, which I think is phenomenal. The look is great, the functionality is great. You have dual climate, automatic climate zone. So you have the automatic feature and it is dual. You also have a new design on your sport, on your shifter. And when you go into your different modes, they've increased the different intelligence with the transmission engine combo. So instead of having just eco and sport mode and normal, now you have a smart mode, which will kind of depict, just like the Stinger, your normal driving habits, and they're gonna base that shift pattern off of what you're normally driving if you're in smart mode. Last but not least, I like this. They've added another spot for your phone. And this thing is big enough for the biggest phones that they have on the market today. So they put some thought into the design. You put your phone up here, it's got a nice spot instead of it being awkward in the cup holder or down in the cubby where it won't fit. Your rapid charge USB port is also integrated in here as well as inside the console. So the EX really is giving you everything with the exception of your heated steering wheel. Again, everybody, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you have any questions, I always take my customers very seriously. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to have a paycheck. So if you have any feedback, ask me. You can leave comments. I'd really appreciate if you subscribe, like the video, and comments are always welcome. If you ever need to get a hold of me directly, best way to reach me, Edwards Kia, Council Bluffs, Iowa, 712-366-9481. And again, always ask for Kyle McKinney.